Yes, sir. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Marv, and today we're checking out Disfigure, and this is a grimdark survivor action roguelike. And after being completely free throughout early access, 1.0 is finally here, and it absolutely did not disappoint. I played Disfigure before, so I was geeked to jump back in and see what the full release had to offer. We've got tons of weapons, augments, mutations, multiple stages of difficulties, meta progression, and a ridiculous amount of passives, over 230 of them for some seriously diverse builds. For the price, I genuinely think it's 100% worth checking out. You can tell the dev put a ton of work into this 1.0 release. Huge shout out to the dev for the opportunity, and welcome to all the new folks. If you're enjoying the content, like, share, and hype the vid, and consider subscribing. I hope you all enjoy this one. Let's get straight to it. Alright guys, here we're at the main menu, and a few things that are new to me for the 1.0 release. We have quests now that give you credits that allow you to unlock different weapons, allow you to unlock more mutations, and meta progression in the game, which is new as well. Compendium here will show you the 231 different upgrades you can find in run to put together builds. Each category has two different split off, and you can actually acquire all 7 of these. Like bulk rounds is for damage and size, pierce, right? But for melee, even if it doesn't say melee here, this goes to whatever weapon you are using. Really strong here, charge rounds, different things like that too. You can grab all 7 of these. Quest again gives you credits for progression in the game play, and you can see the crazy amount of weapons we have, each having their own perk system. Every 10 levels you'll be able to pick one of these to further spec out a build, increasing more of the variety. This is new to the 1.0 release here, and this is pretty much like a challenge skin thing that you can acquire, right? This gives you more score bonus as well too, which is pretty dope. You play at a higher difficulty, which is Nightmare, and you need to progress to the 5th boss. So we haven't done that yet. We're going to get in here and try the new level and see if we can actually get to the 5th boss, get that W. We're going to be running in with our Golden Greatsword. You had to run prior to this to unlock the Golden Greatsword, but then you need to start making your way down here, and then each of these give the enemies buffs. All right, next one over here is the meta progression itself. Again, you need a currency that you can acquire from in-game runs, having a high score, using different weapons, ranking those up, completing the quests, different things like bullet size and speed, bullet damage. Again, just reference that to melee, so melee size and speed, attack rate, melee damage, fire rate, move speed, experience, pickup range, enemy slow rate, enemy spawn rate, deletions, which allow you to get rid of a category, rerolls per level up, which is really strong. And I'll show you guys that in the run experience gain here. Next, this is the mutations, and this is where you can have some more variety into your build. So you can use the credits to actually buy one of these. Like for instance, experience gain is increased by 50% while you have 2 or more less mutations. Otherwise, minus 25% experience gain. I can buy this right now, and I can take this in as one of my loadout things here. Boom, right? I could do that, but I'm not going to because I already had an idea of what I wanted. So for right now, what we have is loose cannon. Do 150% more damage, but also take double damage from enemies. 10% bullet damage for every minute that passes from now on. Every 5th shot increases. We'll have 400% bullet damage, 30% bullet size and speed. Again, think about melee here. It'll be melee damage, size, and speed, and then melee damage at the bottom there. Circuit attract all XP across the map, and then every 5 minutes it just pulls it all into you, right now. So experience gain 20%, pickup range minus 50%. There's ways to increase that to get around that debuff there. And then flashpoint, all enemies are frozen for 1.5 seconds when entering vision. I'll explain how vision works in the game, one of the more unique aspects of the game itself. Oh my gosh, excuse me. But this is the mutations section here. You move on. We have 3 different maps. We have the Nightmare. Again, we're going to try to get in here. Each difficulty does, make the enemies harder, have higher HP, reduce the experience we gain, but it increases our score multiplier. We can come back with a higher yield of credits themselves. So see, get in here and get this dub. All right, let's get it. Top left, you can see our hearts. We have our experience up here, and this is the vision circle I was speaking about. You can change it if it was ADS right mouse button to go to a cone vision here, but if we do so, then obviously we can't see anything behind us, right? This keeps us to where we can see everything around us. So something like this, if I'm looking this direction, it becomes a scary game because now I'm just like, oh yeah, slice, turn around, oh no, you know what I mean? And have to get rid of them. You do take contact damage for enemies, and obviously as they die, it's like a survivor, like, you know what I'm saying, horde survivor, where after you kill an enemy, they drop experience, pick it up. And we will be with our first level here in a second. Nightmare difficulty does drop how much experience we actually gain here, but here are our first upgrades. One thing I really do enjoy about the game is that we have 2 different paths for each upgrade that we can take. All are unique to themselves, all work different. Work well with all different weapons. You may see things like, oh, bullet damage, but it's actually referring to whatever weapon you have. So, just take it as melee damage, okay? The other cool thing is that we have rerolls here. Every time you level up, we get 2 more rerolls, meaning we can just sit here, just reroll non-stop. It's so sexy, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. You only get 5 of these, and as you upgrade it in meta progression, obviously, like we saw a bit earlier, we'll have more deletions here. Okay, so there are a few things here that are pretty cool, right? First one, we got slow projectiles. Enemy projectiles are move 30% slower. Doesn't apply to boss or mini boss projectiles. Movement speed 15%. So not really a fan of projectiles moving slower, but I'm a fan of this next thing in this tree up top. As you eventually complete the trees, as I've done here, played a couple runs before to get back used to the game, you'll be able to see what you're actually building towards, right? The only thing I really care about is projectile deflection. Shoot an enemy projectile to deflect, it will be slashing with melee towards a random enemy, dealing 100% melee damage. Enemy projectiles with red trails cannot be deflected. Movement speed minus 5%. There's ways to increase movement speed, stuff like that. But we have quick draw, fire rate, melee range. I don't care for fire rate. There's going to be a way for us to go around it. Guided laser is hilarious, though. Guiding an enemy, killing an enemy with a spawn laser, will spawn a laser that rotates toward wherever you are aiming, deals 20% melee damage every 0.25 seconds, right? And as you increase melee damage as the run goes on, that can get pretty strong, right? Stab snares are pretty cool. They have access to something that allows you to dodge here, right? But we have our space going to be used for something else. I actually don't know if you can combine 2 of those like that. Have 2 things that actually actively use space, like the dash, and there's one to parry, right? I'll show you guys there in a bit. But snares will have 3 rotating around as they deal 150% melee damage to enemies on contact. Doesn't work on bosses, and it takes 10 seconds for them to recharge, giving us 10% damage here. Again, this is the passive for it, but this is the buff that we get to our stats immediately. Bulk rounds sound crazy to me. Melee with melee damage. First one we're going to take here. Let's get it. One thing to note is the moment we took that path right there, it opened up 2 other paths that we could possibly see here. Can I click on it? I don't think, okay. As I'm not one to check that, I want to see if you could actually click on it to see if it, next level. All right, so wind up strike is 100% what we're looking for. Okay, so over 1.5 seconds until your next shot, melee damage increases by up to 50% with an additional 25% fully charged. Now, this is pretty cool because it builds into something called Condemned Strike. It'll mark an enemy with Condemned for 2.5 seconds, and they take 70% more damage. Enemies killed this way, fully charged from the wind up strike right here, right, will be hit. Once they die, they explode into 4 different strikes. Those 4 strikes look exactly like our basic attack, right? So once we get to a point where we're hitting the entire screen, those 4 strikes will also hit the entire screen. All right, hollow point is crazy though. 30 damage, 30 size, and melee range. Let's go for the wind up strike though. Let's start getting that in the mix. So again, you see it open up 2 different paths. So if we take that first one, this is putting more to the pool, so it might be a little bit harder for us to get certain things. It's okay though, we'll figure it out. Hey. This bar at the bottom is regarding the boss life bar. You can see if I hold for half a second, boom, we do more damage there. Bit more damage there. Piercing rounds, projectiles will pierce through one enemy. Again, we have melee all pierces through all enemies, depending on, you know, what melee weapon you have right here, right? The one we have now, the great sword slashes through, we get size and range here. Pretty sexy, pretty spicy. Psych trail is pretty crazy. Emit a trail of particles that inflict psychosis on enemies, making them take 15% more damage and move 20% slower. This does not have something like, oh, doesn't work on bosses. This works on everything, right? We could also take shrapnel here, right? On death, enemies will explode to 2 smaller projectiles on whatever killed them. That deals 25% more damage. In the augment tree here, we have something specifically for the great sword for shrapnel. And I think we're going to actually test it out. I want to grab it here to test it out here in a bit. Let's grab melee size and range sounds sexy to me, but I want shrapnel for now. Whoa, did take shrapnel, then I did. Okay, yeah, so on death, enemies are exploding 2 smaller projectiles on whatever killed them, right? So you'll see the 2 smaller projectiles popping off of the enemy here. That's the 2 projectiles right there. Right here we go, Condemned Strike. That's what we're looking for. We could actually go hollow point as well. We have guided missile here. There's so many cool different passives in the game, but you see now that we go for the condemned target, boom, the multiple slashes popping around. It will be 4, but we have additional 2 from the shrapnel effect itself. Now a condemn can only be on a target 1 time, right? So that means like the tankier enemies, we have to use other enemies surrounding them. Guided missile, blind shot on every 3rd kill outside of vision. Again, outside of vision here. Fire extra bullet on your next shot. Damage multiplier here. You have cool things through these 2, bro. Guided missile, every 3 seconds your next shot will fire a missile. I had an idea around this. As we can continue to hit all the condemned targets and have enough range to hit the screen, we just have so many missiles spawn ready to just slap an elite. I think this would be funny. I think this would actually be hilarious. Plasma charge every 5 kills. This works for everything that's in vision, right? If we go in a vision based build where we have like increase our circle range or cone range of vision here, and have other things give us vision like flashbang or meteors that drop down, like this could be really crazy because this is jumping directly to things that's in vision. Cone size right here, fire rate, electricity damaging enemies, inflict the shocks. Okay. Increases the next damage they take by 20%. You know what? I'm gonna take this actually. This will work for the elites that we don't kill in one hit like this guy. Back up on that. Alright, so boom, he's inflicted with shock now. So the next, you see the 49 damage right there? The next instance of damage he took was that. Trying to wait for him to get a little closer. Oh, never mind. At this point, we need to increase our range, so those type of things can hit elites like this. See, I'm kind of playing around the monsters that we can't kill yet in one hit. Clone sentry every 8 seconds, spawn a sentry which aims and shoots at whatever you're aiming. So it'll be slicing at anything, shoots 10 times before despawning. You through the tree, you can actually increase how many times it shoots before despawning. You can also have it to have cone vision the same as you. So anything that's like, oh, enemies within vision do this. You know, they take this effect, blah blah blah. You did more damage. It takes those effects as well. Singularity here sends a black hole around that freezes enemies, despawns after 5 seconds. I've actually never progressed, even in the free game before the 1.0 release. I've actually never progressed as far. As something I want to test out too. Hey, if this video does well, we'll start doing different builds, try different weapons, see what happens. Burn here, damaging enemies at 50% chance to inflict burn. Burn can be kind of crazy, right? Enemies with burn, 25% chance to instantly inflict damage. Then we have on 5th hit, shoot flame that does 20 damage, inflicts fire, slows enemies down by 20%. See, I would take this specifically only for blades, right? Projectile barrier though. Projectile barrier is going to allow us to get to the parry that I was speaking about right here. So projectile shield gives immunity when taking damage once. That's only from projectiles and strikes. Okay. I don't think I peeped that it was strikes as well. Will trigger before shield barrier, which is dealt. Gives a shield based on contact damage and recharges every 2 minutes once activated. There's ways to lower how long it takes to come back up, but we have the parry down here. Wildfire, every 5th enemy killed by a bullet explodes into wildfire, inflicting damage equal to the amount of received on death. See, this is crazy. Once we get like enough damage, this will just be spreading through. Does 25% damage to bosses, melee damage plus 5%. Let's go for the barrier actually. Hey. Again, the music's a banger. You see the shock effect on them? That's crazy. That's insane. The condemned strike or the shrapnel effect actually left the shock effect on it. That was crazy. You see how it can actually start chaining around. Once we get more range, it'll go crazy. Damage, size, and range. It sounds better. Good to me. Okay, hold on. Gain damage on a fully charged wind-up strike up to 50%. We get 15% more damage here. We're really going for is condemn spree. So we have a fire rate thing, and this is how we're going to override our fire rates, almost like an auto attack reset from like a mobile or whatnot. Once we hit an enemy, a condemned enemy, marked enemy with a wind-up strike fully charged, it will then just refresh our attack. So we just go right back to attacking the next enemy. Really sexy here. So we're looking for condemn spree. Hollow point. I'm going to go for hollow point first. Look at that. Just want to show y'all the bounce off from the shield itself. But we had a little indicator letting us know when we had a shield up. Now we don't have a shield ready at all. We have to wait. All right, he'll die to this one here. Nice. We have to get to that point where we can just go back-to-back swing. I don't have to wait to get the charge back. Actually, almost got hit by that. Projectile parry. You know what? I'll take it. Again, using everything around that target. So first, again, every 10 levels we get a perk here. First one, we got freezing arc, damage 5 enemies with 1 slash to freeze them all for a second. Then we got melee blade, 50% more damage there, or fire rate. Don't care for fire rate again, we can override that. 50% damage or freezing arc. Damage 5 enemies with 1 slash to freeze them all for a second. We get range and width here. That's what I'd be going for over the 50% damage here. I'm gonna go for the range and width. Like that. Yeah, that's literally the reason I grab it. But right there, if anything got hit, 5 enemies got hit with that 1 slash, we'd have froze them there. Nice. All right, here we go. Condemn spree. Once per condemned enemy, hit them with a fully charged wind up strike to refresh another with 25% damage and melee stacks up to 75%. That's what we're going for, baby. I got touched there, damn it. Gotta lock in real quick. See, it's getting a little spicy. Nice. Nice. I want them to get wrapped around him so we can hit him a bit quicker. We don't care for bleed here, especially with this great sword that we have right now. So we're going to end up getting rid of bleed here. Proximity marker makes them... Okay, so we'll have a dotted line inside the circle vision or the cone vision. Enemies within that are slow by 15% and take 30% more damage. That's sexy to me. There goes the parry right there. Whenever we do parry, it does a big explosion around us of all our like melee attacks going off. The next upgrade we can take is it allows us to continue to parry over and over again as long as we parried before. As long as we didn't miss the timing. This is gonna level us up right here. Alright, level. What we got? Callisto current. Every 6 kills creates a current following where you're aiming, dealing 30% damage every 0.2 seconds. Last 6 seconds, it can have a max of 3 out. This can get kind of crazy too, sitting on top of a boss. I do remember this being a little nuts. Marker augment. This goes more into the proximity marker. Every 5 kills in proximity marker will augment an enemy, which when killed in range, increase fire rate and melee damage by 35% for 5 seconds. Marked enemies take 50% more damage. That's crazy. Shock damage dealt to an enemy will damage all other enemies afflicted by shock. Nuts. That's nuts. On every 3rd kill outside of vision, fire an extra bullet on your next shot. Blight decay. When entering vision for the first time, enemies get 2 stacks of blight. Each stack deals 20 damage after 2.5 seconds. It cannot kill enemies and affects up to 15 enemies at once. Circle cone vision size plus 10%. This sounds crazy to me. Every 5 kills, we get an enemy just marked. 50% more damage, kind of nuts. I'll go for it for now. So something that's really cool, you can see that even after even after we don't like immediately kill an enemy, as long as we proc the mark itself, we get the charge back up. That's something I gotta keep remembering myself. All right, we get another level right here too. Condemn pump. Every time we get a fully charged wind up strike on temporary boost our movement speed up to 45%. Right. I think we're gonna get rid of the stab snares, but I only want to go to stab snares for this right here. So we'll have these snares around us when they proc. Now they give us damage, fire rate, and movement speed. Fire rate and melee range here, not bad. This is not bad to go up top because this gives us a lot of melee range. This gives us more projectiles to swing around with. Lightning bolt. Killing 3 enemies will charge your next shot to fire a lightning bolt, dealing damage equal to 150% melee damage. Interesting. Doom rounds. After killing an enemy, your next shot will do 50% more damage. Man, this is execution up top. We do need to we need to finish the street so we can get rid of everything here. See, we have good range now. We don't have to be like immediately next to something. All right, let me lock in. Because now we can just go swing the moment we get to something. Vital Matrix. Projectile shield takes 90 seconds to recharge after activation. Gain a full heart. I think I'm gonna just do that just to gain a full heart. Be smart. Melee size and range. We can finish this bulk tree too. Actually, I'm gonna go for Vital Matrix here. Let's be smart. Again, we have not beaten this 3rd level yet. We're on Nightmare too, so I think we're gonna make it an endless run for a little bit. Make it a nice little vid. Hey, got our boss here. I don't know where he spawned. He's right behind me. Nice. I'm gonna parry the boss to get that attack off. Here goes Repulse Barrage. A successful parry fires 4 bullets, which is 4 slashes around us, dealing triple damage. Disgusting. Pulls up to 10 XP around you and increases all weapon stats by 5%. Stacks up to 25% until you fail a parry. We're gonna go for that right now. This gives us range and fire rate that slows the enemy projectiles except bosses and mini bosses. Psych Trail, we're definitely gonna go for Psych Trail too. Clone Sentry eventually, but go for that right now. Parry, look at that. I could have parried again. I gotta remember I have a off cooldown parry now. So I gotta be quick with it. I'm gonna be utilizing enemies that are marked around him. I should be able to parry that strike right there. Just not maybe the ball itself. Like that. That's what I was trying to parry actually. Take our time. Let enemies like go around him and then hit him right there. Nice. A fragment surge. Kills with shrapnel temporarily increases fire rate by 5% for 4 seconds. Don't really care about that. Melee whiff though in range is sexy to me. Flashbang. This is what I was talking about. You send literally a flashbang across the room. Every 5 seconds, fire a flashbang that explodes into a large temporary vision circle that lasts 6 seconds. Enemies revealed. Take 30% damage. Concealed fatigue. I think I'm gonna reroll these. Quick draw, no. Proximity marker size will increase by 40% of buffs to circle or cone vision. Enemies in proximity marker move 30% slower than their base speed. This is crack because we'll get things that obviously increase our vision, but the proximity, just reading this, it seems like the proximity circle itself will be larger than our vision, so they'll always be going slower and taking more damage. I missed my parry window. Waiting on him to shoot the other ball at me. My thing just went away. All right, light meteor. So this is kind of cracked too. I actually rolled past this a couple times. Every 6 enemy kill revealed in vision spawns a meteor which deals 200% melee damage and leaves a temporary vision circle. Inside vision damage multiplier plus 5%. So anything that I can see, I deal more damage to. Like especially if I had something like, oh, enemies within range, you deal 25%. I mean, no, in vision you deal 25% more damage to, or plasma charge for that matter. And enemies need to be revealed in order for it to deal damage, right? So shots deal 15% damage to enemies revealed in vision. So it doesn't mean like anything that's near me. If I can have vision across the board that's not even near me, the plasma charge will jump to them. Charge round, 25% chance for every bullet to be a charge round, dealing double damage. Augment blast. Kill an augmented enemy with proximity marker to fire a spiral of 7 bullets, each dealing double damage. Oh my goodness. Marked enemies take 75% more damage. Ugh. 7 bullets will be 7 slashes on my greatsword. Slow projectiles again. Shield barrier. This is the one that gives us a shield, giving us immunity to contact damage. Chain lightning. We read that one already. Flashbang. We're gonna go for augment. Parried that right there. No, that hit me. Oh, that's crap. That hit me too. That's nuts, dude. I got a heart back for it, but let's go ahead and grab this real quick. That sucks, dude. I got hit right there. All right, so now we get to choose one of our mutations again. After we kill a boss, we get to choose one of the 5 mutations we put in our loadout. Flashpoint again. This is to show you everyone that we had. All enemies frozen for 1.5 seconds when entering vision for the first time. Attract all XP on the map, and then every 5 seconds we get 20% experience gain. Every 5th shot will have a 400% melee damage, 30% melee width and range, melee damage for 25%. Then we go robust, minus 10% movement speed, yes, but gain 10% melee damage every minute that passes from now on. And this right here gives 150% more damage, but we take double damage. Right now, we dead right now. We're going to be robust for now. You have to play really well here now. Now we're going to start seeing some different enemies. They're going to be a bit tankier. They'll be rushing us down. Slow projectiles. I'm going to go Psych Drill, probably. Parry Chain. A successful parry will instantly refresh its cooldown and float up to 15 XP towards you. However, you can no longer parry whenever your projectile is down, or shield is down. I'm actually going to get rid of this. I'm going to X this out. This doesn't mean that the other part of that trail can't pop up, right? If I'm remembering that correctly, right? I should still be able to get this top row up here. That bottom one, though, I just blocked off. I'm going to go Psych Trail here. We're going to be slowing enemies down and making them take more damage, and we get our movement speed back from that from the mutation we picked up. The cool thing about Psych Trail is enemies out of vision can also get psychosis effect on them, which is something I really like about it. See that enemy's getting a little bit faster on me, they running up on me. He actually survived the parry right there. That was crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Nice. I got the parry off. Now here again, we're at level 20, so we got our next weapon perk. Now, the cool thing about this, you could double dip in the same row if you wanted to, right? If I wanted to go back for the 50%, that'd be crazy. But we have some other stuff we can go for. Kill 4 enemies with a single slash to instantly refresh shoot cooldown. No, don't have to worry about that if we're guaranteed, if we're, you know, prioritizing the condemned marked enemies. Perfect swing. Wait 2 seconds before swinging to increase melee damage, melee width, melee range of your next slash by 100%. Now, that's kind of nasty, especially when we're waiting on a boss or waiting for a target to be around them to hit them. That's kind of crazy. 100% of everything. Vision bolster. For each enemy revealed in vision, gain a temporary 5% boost to melee damage, melee range, and melee width stacks up to 100%. Now, remember all those things that can give range, like flashbang for that instance, all those things popping up, this would help us increase it, but I think we go perfect swing here. I think so. Almost I need that enemy mark right there. There we go. Oh, I missed my parry window. I don't think I can parry that big red one. Now, what I think I can parry is the red lines that pop off of them. I think I can do that. Crushing strike, damage gain of fully charged. Wind up strike is up to 50%. I'm going to finish this off because we can get the execution up top here. I almost got hit there. I could have parried that for sure, unless they count that as a red trail. All right, so mutated trail. Okay, I think we get rid of the laser. I don't care for laser right now. Projectile pierce in size and range. That doesn't sound bad to me. Okay, so Psych Trail lasts 50% longer. When enemies are inflicted with psychosis, it will spread to nearby enemies. Psychotic enemies move 30% slower and take 25% more damage. Sounds sexy to me. Look at that range. Triple damage on everything, too. I'm like walking into things to parry them just for that to go off. That effect is so strong. Light meteor dropping down radiation every 6 shot. Damage to all enemies revealed in vision. We're not going to vision thing at this current moment. Shrapnel damage deals 50% more damage with shrapnel. Okay. Our last perk I think goes off of shrapnel to increases the damage of shrapnel. So this may be something we play behind. Projectiles will pierce through one enemy, size and range. I think I'm gonna just go for that to increase our range a bit more. I definitely parried that. It looks like I have a cooldown on me parrying. Like, so we still have a slight like window on it. Cause I tried to parry back to back and I don't think it worked that way. There goes our boss right there. All right, melee damage, melee range. Let's go. I'm trying to mark the boss with psychosis. We can see the enemies with psychosis on them that's out of our vision, right? nice. Oh my god, I touched him. What? Come on, come on. We gotta lock in, bro. We're getting touched a little bit. I missed my parry window. When that bubble pops back up around me, it looks like when I'll be. I mean, no, I actually got hit with the what's the name. Again, as each minute goes on, we'll be doing more damage with this. Nice. We got rid of the big ones. Parry. Nice. Okay, so enemies revealed in vision take 25% more damage. Okay. And this doesn't apply to bosses though, but we'll be able to reflect projectiles here, but we won't be able to reflect the ones that have red trails. Okay, got you. Shrapnel projectiles do 50% more damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing. Shoot 10 times before it disappears. Bullets have a 50% chance to ricochet towards them nearby. So I wonder how this works though, because our slash is going to start bouncing around the room. I don't know how this will work. This I'm not sure of. This is pickup range, yes, but we can move faster, and I'm not sure having a lot more movement speed at this current moment is the best idea. If I can get the shield this time, that'd be great. Okay, while projectile shield is inactive, gain a temporary shield heart which disappears once it's fully charged. That's sexy. Puncture rounds. Projectiles will pierce through 3 enemies, gaining 50% base damage for each unique enemy pierced. Fire rate, melee range, mark wrath. Melee damage is increased by 25% for each enemy currently in proximity marker. Stacks up to 100%. Marked enemies take 100% damage. Nuts. I'll go for the proximity shield here. I killed the boss, and that reflect damage, you guys seen that, right? That was crazy. Let's grab our heart here. Let's go for our next mutation. I want to go for the 150% increased damage, but I'm going to go for Hell Shot here. Every 5th shot will have 400% melee damage, 30% melee with. I mean, right now I don't want to get hit and just be cooked, especially with us walking into it without having the contact shield. All right, let's go for it. Hell Shot. Let's go. It's going to be really good. Our 5th one is going to have increased range, damage, and everything. They just tried to shoot me, bro. I gotta move out the way to the right. Vision fire rate. Hitting 3 enemies will charge your next shot to fire lightning. Go for it or not. Oh, that's a beam, brother. You're tripping. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to attempt to what's the name of that one. I'm gonna be honest. Terry. We still don't do enough damage yet. We did it. We killed him. Okay, nice. You can see the increased damage one, like it'd be a gold art. It's crazy because our what's the name at this point isn't even it's not even registering it like next to us anymore when it has the 5th slash. About to level up here again. Melee damage, range, size, and fire rate. Yes, sir. This is the one I hear though. Every other enemy killed, fully charged wind up will flow XP to you. We're gonna go for stopping power. Grab that now. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what I like. Oh, that's what I like right there. Oh, oh yeah, baby, I like it. The way you move on the floor. Let's go. Going for the parry again. It does pull experience to us. We get some more psychosis going. It will stay on the ground longer. We'll have these puddles that go on the ground that will allow us to mark more enemies and also increase our melee damage too, which is actually kind of crazy. No, I did. See what I'm saying? Moving. Oh gosh. Yo, that's a different move. We just left a crater on the ground right there. That's scary. See what I'm saying? How moving actually can mess you up. What I need to start doing is putting the cone up for what direction I'm moving. Oh my gosh, this is terrifying, dude. I need the shield. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh no. It just actually took my contact shield, that quick ball. That was crazy. Or one of the quick enemies walking up. I need more range on my vision, dude. The boss is right here next to me. Oh no. What a parry. Okay, so on death, psychotic enemies will create a temporary remnant. There we go, which deals 140% damage to melee damage to enemies that walk into it. 4 remnants can be active at once. I'm gonna go for doom rounds here. 50% damage here. But I'm thinking about marked here, because I feel like marked can hit the boss. The proximity marker. Okay, so melee damage to increase by 25% for each enemy currently in there. But I'm saying marked enemies themselves, they have to be within the range itself. That reminds me, I need to start going for that's a crazy attack, bro. Holy. I'm playing this very safe right now. I think that just cooked my projectile shield. No. 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 Oh, what a parry. What a parry, dude. Rupture. Increase the damage of all shrapnel projectiles by 150%. Melee range with plus 40%. Melee damage plus 20%. Let's go. Okay, dude, that was a crazy parry. I parried the line blast. I couldn't parry that, but killing an enemy temporarily increases melee damage by 5%, stacks up to 200%, resets after slash. Ooh, slash. That's crazy though. Damage and width. But this is why I went shrapnel, because I did want to test this out. Melee range 40%, melee damage 20%. This is crazy though. 200% increased damage there. Man, oh man, that's nuts, dude. Killing an enemy temporarily increased fire rate. We don't care for this. Oh my goodness, bro. Rampage though. We are one-shotting things, right? As long as we're killing an enemy and not missing our slash, which we're only going for targets with condemned. Dude, what? Increase the damage of all shrapnel projectiles by 150%. This is our last perk we can grab too, by the way. This is nasty. This is an ever forever ramping. 200% though. Increases the damage of all shrapnel projectiles by 150%. Like right now, can I see the shrapnel damage? I wish I could, dude. I wish I could. I wish it told me the damage of shrapnel right now, because we only have one, right? On death, we're exploding to two smaller projectiles of whatever killed them that deal 25% damage. We increase that a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I think I'll go for rampage. I missed my parry. Lock in, Marv. Lock in. Stay locked. Stay locked. Got him. Yes, sir. I was waiting on it. I was like, you're gonna use it, bro. All right, here we go. Do we take the 150% damage? I think we do. I think we stop being scared. I think we stop being scared. I think we stop being scared. You feel me? And track all XP on the board though, bro. That'd be disgusting. Because right now I'm pretty sure we got a couple levels waiting. All enemies are frozen for habits when they walk into the vision, but they get faster, bro. And with our movement speed, we'll be running into them, bro. That's the problem. We'll get 15% on the cone vision, but then we need to start prioritizing enemies move slower when they touch our vision and increasing the range of the circle and cone vision. Damn. Yeah. All right, so man, what do we do here? 150% more damage, but take double damage, bro. We gotta stop being scared. Just stop being scared, man. Just stop being scared. Just stop being scared. I don't know, bro. I'm scared, bro. I'm gonna go for circuit, bro. Oh no. Okay, bro. Okay, so after you get a mutation, it just pretty much nukes it. Kaboom! From zombies, it just hits everything with a nuke. Bullet cyclone. This is kind of funny too. Whenever it does proc, 100 like projectiles will fly around, which would be all slashes. When shield barrier is activated, all weapon stats are double for 5 seconds cooldown. This bottom route I think was crazy though. Enemies revealed in vision take 25% more damage every 6 kill, carrying where my cursor is, killing 50 enemies. That's what I'm looking for. While shield barrier is active, temporarily increases all weapon stats by 5%. 5%. Universal. Universal, by the way. I parried that. Quick draw range. I think I'm gonna go for charge rounds. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Kills with shrapnel temporarily increase fire rate. We don't care for that. Nah. I'm gonna see if ricochet actually works here. Okay. I think. Oh no. I thought I had my parry up. I didn't. I just took damage for no reason. XP float towards me. Circle. Shield barrier is activated. Fire cyclone of 100 projectiles. Enemies outside of range move 25% slower and take 20% more damage. I'm going for this because at this point we're hitting the entire screen. So my parry was back up. I just had to check it. I didn't want to step into that and just take damage. We don't have either shield up right now, the contact or the projectile one. Circle size. I'm not even joking. Let me get a little bit more range on that. Parry. Oh my gosh. There needs to be a better indicator of when my parry is back, dude. Honestly, I don't like it right now. It's so terrifying. I missed it. I'm trash. No. Ooh, I almost. Woo. I couldn't attack. My fire rate's too low. There we go. There we go. Get up off me. Get up off me. Get up off me. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up off me. Yeah. Back up off me. Oh, yeah. Back up off me. Yeah. Back up off me. Parry, parry, parry. Get the fuck back. Parry, parry, parry. Nice. Again, all of the things that I unlocked in the base game. Well, the base game. Let's get out of this. No, sir. Thought you had a goofy. Don't forget, every 5 minutes we're gonna pull all the experience back on the board, so it's gonna be a minute before we get something else. I parried and missed. Darn it. Yup. Let's go. We have our contact shield and our projectile shield back up, I think. Nice. Play smooth here. Play smooth here. I like that them out of range move. They move slower here too. We do more damage to them as well. Oh my gosh! Move out the way. Move out the way. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's that. Ooh, that was crazy. We're almost one to execution. Execution strike is kind of nuts, right? So the first enemy hit with a fully charged wind-up strike will instantly be killed if their health is brought below 70%. So when we start getting the condemned mark on top of the elites, then if we can get them below that threshold, die instantly, and then we trigger another explosion. Okay, so every other enemy kill, this is the strike magnetism, will pull experience to us. Circle vision and grow a bit more would be crazy. Every third kill outside of vision, fire an extra bullet on your next strike. Okay, that is another slice, and this is guaranteed to happen if we can hit target. I mean, this is hitting the entire screen at this point, right? But I want to get to the execution strike. I'll go for it. No shot. Oh my gosh, that beam. Take your time. Take your time, Marv. Take your time. Take your time. No, sir. Back up off me. Get that parry. The cool thing about the parry pulling experience, I mean, well, that is a cool thing about the parry being able to pull experience. Run into that real quick. Hello? Who's going to get marked? Nice. Nice. No, sir. Oh my gosh, that was so scary. Nice. Back up off me. Back up off me. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Back up off me. Back up off me. All right, so slower projectiles. I mean, yeah. Because it doesn't work for mini bosses or bosses though, and I feel like those are the only ones shooting projectiles right now. Stab snares. I mean, grabbing this, cutting off this direction here, and just taking these whenever enemies get hit or touch, we do more damage to. Kills with shrapnel temporarily increase fire rate. I feel like I want to cut this off, dude. But we get more width and range there. Do we really need it at this point? Meteors. Let's finish off. What's the name? Let's finish off what we're looking for. Enemies take 25% more damage when we see them in the vision itself. When we have vision of them, 25% chance for every bullet to be a charged round, deal more damage. I mean, 25% chance is kind of crazy. That's kind of disgusting. Uh-oh. Overkill. Uh-oh. For a kill with a Doom round. Again, at this point, that's every slice we do now, right? Doom rounds over here for those who don't remember. After killing an enemy, your next shot will do 50% more damage. We're killing things, right? Any leftover damage going over the enemy's remaining health will be added onto your next shot. Increase value, increase 150% melee damage. Yes, I know. It has a cap, but it can go stupid. Damage on each ricochet is increased by 50%. Yeah, this is cracked too. I need to probably finish off ricochet too, as we just saw that it works. Boss time, here we go. Let's do it. Big body. Uh-oh. I can't see what's happening. Okay. What the deuce? He's not gonna let me walk forward. I don't want to take contact damage here at all. There we go. That's good damage right there whenever something does pop up. Oh no. He's cutting off the area here. No. No. Get that off. I missed my parry. We have both shields up right now. We're chilling. Oh my gosh. I think I'm about to get hit here, bro. We lost one shield. I got the parry off. I leveled up, bro. Oh my gosh, it procced my shield. Doom rounds deal 75% more damage than the other normal attacks. Okay, when cone vision is active, gain a smaller cone-shaped proximity marker. Enemies killed in proximity marker will float experience to you. No. We need damage right now. All right. A sentry down will do damage with us, actually. Shock damage dealt to an enemy will damage all other enemies inflicted with shock. Damage of ricochet is increased by 50% and melee damage stacks up to 3 times. Execution strike won't do anything here. It doesn't work on bosses. 25% more damage right there, though. Yeah, I think that's the play still. 25% more melee damage there. Okay, so we go Radiant Trail on death. Psychotic enemies will flow experience to you know on death. temporary remnant on the ground, but they're usually outside of it. Okay, so enemies outside of vision move 50% slower, but otherwise move 15% faster. Okay, so damage multiplier outside of things outside of my vision right now, though, which is crazy though. Enemies slow down in circle vision. I'm gonna go for a vision inversion. We pulled all our experience to it. It's 5 minutes. Outside vision damage multiplier plus 50%, fire rate increase with 25%, circle cone vision minus 20%. That's terrible. Minus well, plus 25%. I'm going for it, bro. We boss time. It's boss fight. I don't care. Melee range when cone vision is active. No. Shrapnel deals more damage. Fallback core. While projectile shield is inactive, gain 2 temporary shield hearts which disappear once it fully charges. Projectile shield takes 60 seconds. We gotta do it right now, right? We have to do it. Boom, boom, boom. Get that reflect. I seen it, buddy. 1, 2, 3. I want to go for this. The freaking things are outside. Those are the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, reflect. Stop playing with me, bozo. Okay, okay. You a bum. Boom, boom, boom. You a bum. Get him out of here. That does so much damage. We gotta hit this. Parry! Get him out of my game! Okay, parry for the W. Just saying. All right, just saying. Parry for the dubski. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going a little bit endless though. We're at 48 right now. We're moving to an hour. All right, that was crazy, dude. We got the dub. Continue, you darn Skippy. Give me my heart. Give me that mutation. Let's keep it going, baby. Let's get this. Let's see if we can hit something crazy. We're gonna go for that double damage probably. Yeah, I'm going for double damage. I'm not even about to lie to you. Double damage, kill everything. So now you guys can see this now. The flurry of slashes now. Parry. We should really be destroying everything on the screen now. Every 5th enemy kill, a bullet explodes in the wildfire. You know what? Yes. I get to finally see what this actually does now. Parry. At this point, our range is so cracked. I don't think things are going to be able to get near us. I genuinely don't think things can get near us. Parry. Parry. Parry the platypus. Get him. Oh my gosh. How many are on the screen? Yes. All right. Doom deals 75% more damage than normal shots. All right. I mean, the enemies are not even getting, they aren't getting close at all. By the way, damage multiplier for slower rate calls where proximity markers double for enemies located in both circle and cone proximity markers. They will also be frozen while, oh, we got to go for this. This is the freeze right there. Callisto current. I'm gonna just finish off Reaper rounds, honestly, bro. Parry. Parry. All right, okay, you're kind of tanky, bozo. Back up. Yo, he's actually just continue walking forward. Oh no, he's dead. And for a moment there, I was kind of worried. Oh no. Parry. I'm about to wear that one. Okay, so now we're just gonna start getting some ridiculous enemies, huh? As if it's the boss non-stop, huh? I figured as much. There we go. Let's get it. Now, to my knowledge, we don't get another weapon perk at all because we already have 3 here. We'll get one. We'll have one more boss here at the 25-minute mark, and then we'll be able to get one more mutation. All 5 of them right there. 100 kills while shield barrier is active. Temporarily increases vision by 50%. Man, I've never seen that one. That's kind of good. Projectiles will pierce through 3 enemies, gaining 50% base damage for each unique enemy pierced. Range increase, more damage there. Every 3rd cure. Okay, so fire extra bullet. I'm going to go for this now because I was kind of expecting to have this earlier. Quite disgusting, by the way. I just need a couple enemies so I can hit him back here. Like that. Stupid. Parry there, okay. It's like if we time the 5th strike from Is it from Rampage? No, it's from the mutation over here. From Hail Shot, if we time that with the parry, just like hits the entire, like everything past the entire screen. Fire rate is temporarily increased by 5% for each enemy killed by wildfire's explosion. Wildfire damage increases there. What goes past that? Killing an enemy with wildfire increases the damage of your next shot by 10%, stacks up to 100. That's crazy. That's kind of disgusting. But are we killing things with wildfire? I'm going for Ricochet, actually. Let's see how that works. This is disgusting, bro. You know, it took us a minute to ramp up. But now that we got ramped up, give me that parry. Get out my face. Bozo. That actually almost hit us, didn't it? He's marked right now. I seen the little marker on him right there. This is crazy, bro. On death, psychotic. Okay, so yeah, the experience flows to me, but I want to go for this so we can get to. So when cone vision is active, gain a smaller cone shaped proximity. Yeah, we pull it to us, but I want the freeze here. That's the reason why I'm doing this. 103,000 right there. You see that it's kind of funny too, because the proximity is now bigger than the cone itself. That 139,000 is so sexy. Yes, sir. Touching a spiral will fire 3 frost rays, which freeze enemies for 3 seconds. For a second, sorry. And temporarily increase fire rate by 10% for 5 seconds. See, this other part is crazy. Where Shrouded Frost is nice. That's nice to do. Erupting a burst of fire towards nearby enemies that deals 50% more damage. That's cracked. What's the next one after that? Decreases its cooldown by 2 seconds. Enemies killed by wild will float experience to you. Wow. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Spiral right here. Boom, boom, boom. This it's funny too because this actually counts towards the 5 strikes. One, two. I got touched right there. That's yo. That I got hit. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect them to pop off that fast right there. Either way, GG's. We got touched, but it's okay. All right, we left with 756,000 credits right there, and then we got our first tier of the greatsword unlocked. Oh well, no, second tier of the greatsword unlocked, right? No, so it looks like we need to do something more. So beat boss 5. Yeah, we didn't get to the 5th boss. That's what this was about. Got you. We needed to get to the next increment of the 5 minutes there. Okay, we would have got here. We'd have been able to do it right here. We unlocked the Ruby Greatsword. Okay, well, hey, we went stupid dude still though. We made a fun build. I just wanted to test something out with the Greatsword itself. Usually I'll go like attack speed, range, just do something like ridiculous. But you guys can see the sheer amount of variety you can have, how many different weapons they have, the different perks they have for each one, all unique to themselves. You have the three different actually we need to put some more points into progression. You have the crazy amount of mutations to play around, 3 different maps, the difficulties, and then obviously you can go climb the leaderboard. That has been Disfigure. Again, appreciate you all watching. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the Dev for the opportunity to play this ahead of the 1.0 release. Make sure you guys go tap into it. We'll have a link below for you guys to go check out the game. It was crazy though. Like, this was free to play for a very long time, and when 1.0 dropped, he was like, hey, let me put it out there. He deserves it though. This dev definitely put a lot of work in. This game had so much content in it as a free game. It's just it's an absolute gem. Even with the having a price tag on it now, it's 100% worth it. What do you guys think about the game? Let me know below, and I'm gonna holler at y'all next video. Yeah. Deuces.